Hey, my name is Michael Saunders, and I wanted to talk to you today about this evil thing called context switching. Now, a lot of people believe that, context switching isn't really important. So I wanted to show you by demonstration how powerful not context switching is. So I thought I'd use this example today of a smiley company. It really is simple. It's a smiley, it takes 3 stages to complete it. And what would happen if you context switched versus non-context switched? So let's get going. Let's get into this exercise. So let's start. We've got our company. The first one they're going to make is a blue smiley. So they're going along like this, creating their blue smiley. And everything is looking really good. Production is good. We're starting our red smiley. Each one of these representing a different customer. So we've got our blue smiley here we've produced. We'll call this sprint 1 or part 1. Then we've got our second smiley, the green smiley here, part 2. And then we've got our final smiley, the red smiley, part 3. So now let's have a look at it and go, what happens in real life? What happens when actual context switching occurs? So let's play that through. So in real life, what happens is you kick off a piece of work, the blue smiley, and another leader or another customer sees this smiley and they're like, wow, that's really, really good. I don't want to be left behind. And can you just start my smiley for me? Just kick it off. And, if you can just get started, that would be really, really great. And so what happens is we kick off the second smiley because we want to make our stakeholders happy, right? We don't want to have bad stakeholders. And so our third customer, our red smiley, sees this and goes, oh, I need to have my smiley too. So can you get started on mine? And we go, okay, yes, of course. We want to make you happy. Leader, there we go. There's our third smiley kicking off. And so we go along the journey and we, keep building the smileys because we want to make them happy. We really like happy leaders, happy customers. So we continue to build this smiley. And where we're going here. And we get our finished product. Beautiful, beautiful smiley. If you look at this and you go, okay, so what's happened here? So in the first through, we got a smiley by the end of our first sprint. Then we got a smiley by the end of our second sprint. And then we got a smiley by the end of our third sprint. But what happened here? Well, we didn't produce any smileys in the first sprint. And no smileys in the second sprint. But we did get them all by the third sprint. So some people who do project management or business management are like, okay, but if we delivered it by the date, does it really, really matter? Well, there is a key difference here. We've got value here, and value here, which the business can use to generate more business, make money, get feedback, etc., etc. But let's talk about what really happens in life, because that's not actually a true representation. Context switching costs you 40%. That means that you're going to lose 40% productivity every time you context switch. And context switch means putting down one job to pick up another. So let's have a look at what would truly happen in real life if we were doing context switching. So we start off with our blue customer, our blue smiley. And our green customer comes along and says, oh, you need to build my smiley too. Don't leave me behind. I need to look as good as the other customers and get my smiley early. But we've got to account for the 40% context switch here. So let's put the 40% context switch in. We've just lost 40%. So now we're going along. We start our red customer because they also want their smiley. It's very, very important that they have their smiley, but we're losing 40% each time here. So then we get back onto our blue customer and we start delivering again, but we've lost that 40%. Get back to our green customer, but we've lost that 40%. Red customer, 40%. Blue customer delivery, 40%. Green customer delivery, 40%. Red customer delivered. Done. Look at that. But you can start to see a unique problem occurring here. By context switching, we've actually moved our delivery to be much, much later. So what the lesson is in this, you really want to be doing one thing, finishing it, one thing, finishing it, one thing, finishing. And if you're in leadership, don't worry so much about when someone starts something. Be more worried about when someone finishes something. So it's really important to make sure the teams don't context switch. Take something to finish, take something to finish, take something to finish. And don't worry about showing a status that something's moving. Because moving doesn't mean it's going to deliver early and it's going to deliver value fast. So the lesson from this is stop starting stuff and start finishing stuff.